Did you want more from me? Like, what you want me to say on the intro?
Bro, just bring in with more some energy, bro.
Ain't no
This
fucking
is,
energy.
this is the beginning of our podcast.
This
Nigga,
ain't
I
no
need
pod.
the energy to be up.
You don't need shit.
I need something to be too cool for this.
You need to introduce the pod.
I'm trying to do, bro. I got to introduce my co-host. Do I not?
You don't.
Is that not part of the job?
It's not.
That's not part of the job. I'm here. It's not part of the job.
It's part of the job.
This nigga's fucking tripping, bro. Yo. Listen, I'm about to take your job, Brittany. Yo, welcome back to another episode of Please Don't Cancel Us, the podcast. I am your host, Joe, my young co-host. Let them know how you feeling today on this beautiful Monday.
It's your boy Amir, aka Javon, whatever you know me as. I'm back, ready to podcast. All I do is podcast and spit facts and protect queens. Go ahead.
And protect Queen.
Yeah, just throw that one in, bro. Because Goody Two Shoes and Mirrors can't go one intro without adding more to that halo.
I'm me.
Yeah, man. It's Brandon. You know.
All right, come on, nah.
I be podding. You feel me? What you mean? Ain't shit to be.
Yeah.
Nigga, you don't be podding, bro. You don't be podding. You don't be podding. You be podding more than you slave.
More than I slave.
Wow.
You don't pod more than you slave.
You right.
Facts.
You close.
Facts.
Wow.
You're right. Let's get some rest. I don't got to slave.
Facts. Listen, that's a fact. Make sure you guys leave a like on the podcast. Make sure you're sharing the podcast with your friends. We got great discussions. It gets real ignorant in here sometimes. You don't want to miss what we got going on. We're gonna be in person soon. So if you get in person, that is just gonna get real chaotic. Because then ain't no lying behind the red beam. Ain't no hiding behind the red beam like our friends tend to do. All right, but let's get into the episode today. Today we're gonna be talking about that boy, the baby. Now, if y'all don't know, the baby's been engaged in some serious controversy over his Rolling Loud set. So at this point, everybody's probably seen it. He was on stage talking to the crowd, and he has said some things that are perceived to be anti-LGBTQ. We already know you cannot fuck with alphabet people. So I'm not going to go ahead and reintroduce what he said. So I'm going to let you guys go ahead and open the discussion. Go ahead.
Yeah, man.
I think he ain't. I mean, I think it's the manner that he said. Now, I don't think he had a problem. I think the problem comes from the HIV/AIDS statement because that was just wild. My man said, if you don't have HIV or AIDS or one of them deadly STDs that's gonna kill you in 2 to 3 weeks, can you imagine if you have that disease and then you're in the crowd and you're like, I'm gonna die and like yo, and then you people are voicing their complaints and concerns, and my man's like, nigga, you wasn't at the show. Shut the fuck up. Mind your goddamn business. Like, as somebody as big as him with brands, like, you don't conduct yourself like that. And I understand, he's freshly removed out the hood, but like, come on, you definitely wild out. You like, come on, man. I thought it was sloppy, sloppy.
Wait. So your issue is what?
First of all, you say these deadly diseases like HIV or AIDS, and you're gonna die.
Use other though.
Where we taking it at?
Yeah,
just restart.
What was the last thing you said?
I asked you what I said. What is it? What exactly is it? Problem with what he said? Like, what is the?
Okay, I'm gonna come back in. The problem with what he said is like, first of all, that's not true. If you have HIV or AIDS, you're not going to die in 2 to 3 weeks. If you flare up to AIDS, it might be a possibility. But if you live with HIV, you're not going to die in 2 to 3 weeks. So that was just irresponsible to say. And you got to understand the mindset of people that may have those diseases and the coping and all that good stuff. And like, that's some real shit. Like, you don't go to the doctor and be like, I got HIV and AIDS.
How do you find out you have HIV or AIDS?
You go to the doctor.
And what does the doctor tell you?
You got HIV or AIDS.
And do they?
You have to change your habits and things like that.
But what's your question to the doctor? If I got AIDS, I got HIV, am I going to die?
Am I going to die? Yeah.
What's the doctor?
No, you're not going to die.
No,
all right. So who the fuck is the baby? Is the baby a doctor? He told me I was going to die.
No. He's a fucking rapper. He's a hood nigga from North Carolina, bro. I feel like we are taking this way out of perspective. This nigga was a rapper at a rap concert, doing what rappers do, hyping up his crowd. If anybody saw the Rolling Loud video, the crowd was hyped. The crowd wasn't like offended. The crowd wasn't taken back. The crowd wasn't like hurt at the fact that the baby said this. They was hyped. They was like, yeah, camera phones up, we lit. Let's get to the next song. It's not until everybody who at home and on Twitter and all these hypersensitive people came in and made it about, the baby is anti-LGBTQ. What about what he said is anti-LGBTQ? That's the part that's confusing me. If we're being completely honest.
I mean, so here's the part where
Yeah, he gotta put his cat away. He said,
Get out of here.
"Get out the room."
Get off of me.
That's
Come on, get off of
yeah.
me.
Keep that. Keep this. Man, I had to get rid of his cat.
Now we got no more distractions.
Please send that to me, please.
So I got you. The issue with him in the comments is it's not really an issue to me, but like let's say you are gay and like you was sucking dick in the parking lot in that particular day, and it's like, you know, what if you were offended? I don't know. Like I don't know what it's like to get it, but that's a personal choice. Like if you did decide to suck dick in the parking lot, then that'd be your choice. And whether you straight or not, whether you a girl sucking dick or a guy sucking dick or a guy eating pussy in the parking lot, it's still gonna be looked at the same. It's not like everyone's gonna be like good job. It's gonna be like we're like
nobody's gonna be more offended because it was a guy or a girl. Like it don't matter.
So I mean, well, let me not say that, because I do understand that probably if a guy came across two guys in the parking lot or in public, he'd probably be more upset than if he saw like a heterosexual couple or a lesbian couple. But at the same time, usually reaction is still disgust. Like I don't want to see that shit. Right. I don't really find, once again, like you said, it was at a concert where everyone is lit, and usually when you're at these live events, you don't really usually tend to care if the energy is up. Like if the person who is supposed to be entertaining is not doing his job, then it becomes offensive, because it's like, yo, you're not even funny and you saying shit like that. Like you're not even lit and you saying shit like that. If someone told me a racist joke as a white person and it was funny, I'm gonna laugh if it's funny. Mm-hmm. If it's not funny, I'm gonna take offense. Like you gonna come at me with that joke and it's not funny.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
So that's how I feel like.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Nigga, I gave you fair responsibility to give me a good joke. You just came over here to hurt my feelings, you bitch. Go ahead.
Well, exactly.
Two things. You say that the crowd was lit. You don't know that for a fact. And even if you know somebody, you don't know that for a fact, because if you're in a concert of that magnitude, not everybody is making that noise. Two, I think the issue was where two of the communities came out and voiced their opinions. He told them to shut the fuck up, mind your business, and you wasn't at the show.
Wasn't about them. It wasn't about them. So why are you getting offended? You're at home. You weren't even at the show getting offended. You were at home and got offended. It had nothing to do with you. I didn't say anything that was anti being gay, anti anything. I just said, if you don't have an STD, make some noise. If you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, make some noise. If your pussy smell like water, make some noise. That's not criminal. None of that is criminal. Is it a little ignorant? Yes. He's a hood nigga from North Carolina. This isn't Barack Obama. This isn't anybody. Yeah. This isn't anybody with any type of stature. This is fucking the baby. This is, what's his nigga's name? John. What's his nigga's last name? I forgot his name. John Kirk. It's a regular ass nigga who made it big. Why are we acting like him saying this is like a big statement to a whole community? I don't get it.
Bro, if Brandon gets on this podcast and says something irresponsible, and somebody from some community that likes to cancel niggas be like, actually, I was offended by what you said, and that was kind of irresponsible. And Brandon says, "Shut the fuck up! You're not watching my podcast anyway."
Let me adjust your analogy, right? If Brandon gets on this podcast and is talking to Amir a certain way about a situation that only we were privy to because we were there, and someone comes in and only gets that part where I'm talking to you that way and don't really know, why I'm talking to you that way or what caused it or just the vibe, and they start giving their opinion on it, I'm gonna tell them shut the fuck up, because I'm not gonna say it like that, but like depending on how they come at me, I might tell them shut the fuck up if they're coming at me the way they're coming at the baby, because it's like you only got half the story. You don't even know why I was talking to you like that.
Right. Perfect example.
But at the same time, if you just say shut the fuck up, you wasn't there, like you still gonna have to deal with those consequences after saying shut the fuck up, because it's not gonna be like shut the fuck up.
Why are there consequences to tell somebody?
Brandon's not gonna say shut the fuck up to somebody and it'd be like, okay, I'm gonna just leave. Like It never was like if he told you shut the fuck up in person and you don't know the situation, you're gonna be like, who the fuck is this nigga talking? I'll smack the shit out you, and it'll escalate into a larger issue.
You're right.
So like him saying shut the fuck up, you wasn't there. I think that's the problem. And
But you don't think you said that in person? He said it. He didn't say it in person, but you don't think he would have said that shit in person?
he would have said that shit in
Oh,
public.
right.
Now you can't perform at
It's a
these
hood nigga from North
venues.
Carolina.
Now you can't perform at these venues where you getting a lot of bread to perform in those communities, the LGBTQ and the HIV. So you gonna have to deal with that because you're a hood nigga. Now perform at Summer Jam and have a great time with your niggas.
Bro, everybody who started canceling from events, they only did it because of the reaction to public opinion. That's all it was about.
Well,
See,
I give it. My bad.
No,
I
listen.
was like I said, he's performing at Summer Jam, so like I'm saying, he's accepted in our culture.
Mhm.
But if you trying to make money in their world, you gotta abide by their rules.
And the thing is that I don't feel like he broke any of their rules.
The rules.
The rules is you can't fuck with the gays. Everybody knows that's the rules. You can't say anything negative about the gays. It's no gay, no fat, no trans. You can't do any of that shit, right? Regardless of how you feel about it, you cannot come out and say it. Everybody knows those are the rules. And the baby did not break any of those rules. He didn't say anything about big people. He didn't say anything about gay people. He didn't say anything about anything like that. He just straight up said generic statements to get his crowd hyped. And judging by the video and judging by my two friends who were at the show, it did its purpose. That's why you have people like Snoop Dogg and T.I. coming talking about some. You guys are trying to make rap political. You guys are trying to make hip hop a political game. That's not what hip hop is. That's been what hip hop's been. It's always a free expression.
Everything is political. Sports are political. Rap is political. Music is political. Everything's political now. But that's not the point.
You could say that, but you got to understand the baby is getting a lot of money in those white arenas. He has pop records. He's aligned with all of those people. So if those people from that community says, hey, I didn't like what you said and you shut the fuck up, then you're not making money on this side of town no more. Like, give me my respect. I don't think he deserves to get canceled because I think canceling is stupid and we should sit down and have a conversation. But I think it's the part where he was like, nah, shut the fuck up. You wasn't there. That really blew it into a proportion where, 2 weeks after, like, the nigga, like, come on.
When did this happen?
When was rolling out?
Probably, it was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
And the nigga might have posted his apology statement, like, last week.
He apologized on August 2nd. I don't know when this event happened, so.
It was end of July.
Okay.
I think it was the last weekend of July.
This statement ain't even up there no more, but yeah, that's a good point. But he definitely did make his official apology a week or two after the shit, which is cool, by the way, because analyze your thoughts, gather your thoughts before you go out.
The fucked up part is he ain't even get canceled, quote unquote, for the part that you think he should get canceled for. Like, I think HIV and AIDS is much more serious than a nigga.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And he got canceled for that comment. And not the people who are actually in critical health and may be in jeopardy of losing their life, which is stupid because we love to be offended by the shit that don't matter. I understand the gay plight and the gay fight for wanting to be seen, but I don't understand how it's gone from we want to be, equal just like everybody else to now it's like a takeover where it seems like they're untouchable. It's like the epitome of power amongst those who are not elite. Right? It's like, how do you touch them? How you go about making comments without feeling like any little thing? Because that's how it feels. It feels like they've mastered being able to say what they want and not have to deal with reciprocation.
It definitely does feel like walking on eggshells when you make comments about the LGBT community. But I do want to give out Miley Cyrus a shout out because she's from that community and she was like, nah, I'm not finna cancel the nigga. Let's have a conversation. Like, I think it needs to be more conversations because I think that understands, like, in the hood where the baby comes from, it's not conversations like, hey, Jonathan, what do you think about gay people? Like, he came from
age, nigga.
Like,
I think if there was more of a conversation, and a lot of people get upset at the notion of stop pushing it on us, and it's like no one's pushing it on you, and it's not about what you think, because it is being pushed. Like it's a progressive agenda to get it noticed, and it's being pushed. It's not. I'm not saying you're going to force somebody to be gay, but it definitely is being pushed, and it becomes a problem when somebody constantly has to hear about some shit that they don't give a fuck about. Like, I didn't care either way, whether you were gay or not, but you constantly putting it in my face. And now I got to be, that's when it becomes, I reject, not me, but like I reject it. Let's say I'm somebody who does. And let's say I already was that type of way. Now I reject it even more because it's everywhere you turn, every 2 seconds. I do think there's a disconnect because a lot of people don't even have an issue with gay people. I'll tell you what people have an issue
Nah.
with. A lot of people have an issue, and we might get canceled for this. It's not even the gay people. It's the flamboyancy in some of the gay people. The ones that are at the forefront, usually the stereotypical, that's what people have an issue with because it seems a little extra and
They
forced.
just love lesbians.
So
they do.
I fuck with some gay dudes. Like
No.
I'm saying I know to your point. I'm not saying your point's wrong, but I'm saying
I agree with you though. That's a fact though. Like the fact is that there's no issue with the fact of you being gay. Like I said, like guys love lesbians. Guys don't have a problem with like regular gay dudes. Like people were just out here. I said regular gay dudes. Like niggas know what the fuck I mean. Just like kind of like they're just like regular everyday people, except they just you know what I'm saying. They're just gay. They just happen to be what they
have
do.
sex with somebody else in their free time. Like,
it happens to be what they do in their free time, whatever. But like Brandon was saying, when you're out here trying to make everything like gay is flamboyant and gay is like all up in your face and gay is like, oh yes, you have to accept me, It's like, first of all, back up. I had no problem accepting you in the first place, but now you're gonna try to shove the images in my face when it's like, listen, I get what you do behind closed doors, but on the flip side, niggas don't shove heterosexually in people's face. Like you say, you don't have to exactly. It's just regular. Like we gotta understand, being gay,
and that's their problem.
Being gay is a minority thing. So you know what I'm saying. What majority of people are gonna see is heterosexuality. Nobody's saying that being gay isn't a thing or that it's not around. It's the fact that it's a minority thing. Like there's no reason for you to try to go crazy about it.
You hit it on the nail, and I think that's their issue. My issue is kind of similar to them. I get so pissed off when I see it on the screen because it's never natural. It's like, y'all really sat there and forced this whole plot or forced 45 minutes down my throat to try to convince me that these two people who are the same sex loved each other. And it's like, I figured that out 5 minutes in. Can we get on with the story? Like, and that's the issue I have. It's like, it doesn't have to be, no one cares. Like a heterosexual relationship on screen, it's presented as like maybe over sexual, but you don't got to force me to try to make me believe that they like each other. I know that 5 minutes in. And I think that's the issue that they have, that heterosexuality is all over the place and you rarely see gay relationships. When you do, it's like all unnatural and forced, and it's weird, and it's like, yeah, make that shit normal. Just have it happen and let's move on. The more you focus and try to push it, no one's gonna want to really care. So, but
listen, drawing it back to the baby real quick for the closing remarks. I think we need to just all take a step back and realize who the baby is. He's not a political scientist. He's not a politician. He's not anybody of any real, status when it comes to the world. Honestly, he's a rapper. He makes music. Bop, niggas know Bop, this dance shit. He did that. That's what he does. So everything he does is a response to his career, which is to make music, which is to entertain, and he does a damn good job at it. So for us to try to get offended at it is completely ridiculous. We need to fucking man the fuck up. Shit is not that serious. Stop taking people's words out of context. We need to move on with our fucking lives and find some other things to care about.
It's a fact. Everyone's not a role model.
Right.
It's a platform. So
my last 2 cents to it is I agree with what both of y'all saying, but at the same time, the baby is someone with massive influence. So if he is carelessly offending the LGBT community, that continues the act in the hood of people not accepting them. That's my only point. Is like, know that you have a platform and millions of people in the hood is watching you.
Can I just add just one last, just between me and you, and if Joe has to add. I don't know if the baby ever asked for the platform, but we, the people that get upset at all these people who have platforms, are the ones who give them the platform. You know who the fuck you're giving the platform when you give it to them. So when we act surprised when they say shit off the rails and want to cancel them, like, no one asks for it. They put work out and want people to like it, but they can't control their platform. Like, we give it to them. So it's really our fault. It's not his fault. He was the same person he was. He ain't try to act for nobody. He got the platform and continued to be the baby from fucking North Carolina. Like, that's it. So not his fault. Not his problem.
Beautiful. So let's transition from one famous rapper to go to a famous producer. If everybody's been on Twitter, everybody has seen the report that Dr. Dre's daughter is homeless and living out of a rental car with 4 of her children. She reported this to a media outlet a little while back, saying she hasn't received any financial support from Dre in 18 months. Now, everybody has been up in arms on Twitter saying that, oh, how are you a billionaire and you have a daughter who's living out of a car? Everybody's talking about, everybody wants to create generational wealth. So how is this helping to that? And the fact of the matter is, me personally, I feel like generational wealth is something that Dr. Dre has created, right? But that does not mean that he has created an opportunity for his daughter to be an irresponsible adult. You know what I'm saying? The fact of the matter is that she came out and she spoke out against him in the media about 18 months ago about Brandon, what do you know exactly what it was? I couldn't find it.
What's up?
You know what exactly she spoke out?
I couldn't find it either.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, she spoke out about Dr. Dre about 18 months ago. I think it may have been relating to his divorce battle, but don't quote me, right? So basically, Dr. Dre heard this, and Dr. Dre cut her off financially from that point on, right? So she hasn't received any money from a decision that she has made. She came out, she wanted to speak out on Dre, speak out on things that may or may not have had anything to do with her. And in the end, she ended up biting the hand that fed her, which in the end ended up hurting her and her children. So how exactly is that Dre's fault? I'd like to hear how you guys feel about
it. At the time that she came out, we have to understand that Dr. Dre was going through a divorce. The divorce became public around June 2020, and she said she stopped receiving financial support around January of 2020. So you got to understand, like, that divorce was happening before it even hit the public. So you're going through a rough time, like a divorce, and imagine somebody that you helped says, oh, some wild comment. It's like, you're 38. I can cut you off now. You're an adult. You should be able to get your own. You should, So, like, I think that was irresponsible on her part, because my father is going through divorce. Divorce is a serious thing. Like, let me not add on to the stress that he's already going to. And let me say some shit. And now he's cut off, and it's been 18 months, which is really not a long time, especially as an adult. You gotta get your own. I don't see any fault in how Dr. Dre is handling that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's some underlying personal issues that are also playing a factor from probably building up to this point. I know I read something that said that she hadn't seen him in 17 years. She has no contact other than through third parties with him, not even his number, and that he's never met her kids. I don't know how true those comments are, but they're quoted to be straight from her mouth. But I think this is the issue of, like, when you have famous or rich parents and don't try to also make your own and you live off of that, you can run into these problems. Like, you have a lot of famous people who have parents who are famous but made it a point to not want to be in their shadow and want to get their own, and you don't see too many times where they're starting GoFundMes because they don't have any money. Like, that's a little, I don't really see that on the average level. Like, if Amir Barksdale is broke, I don't expect to see Amir Barksdale's Facebook running ads for a GoFundMe to get him shelter. I expect Amir to get a job. So it's like, it's a little weird, and it's hard to comment. But when you looking at it from a perspective of someone who doesn't come from money or doesn't have a parent who made generational wealth, it's like, I don't have kids either, but I don't really think it's normal to ask other people to now pay for you when you come from money. But
I think it's that she's capitalizing off the fact that we do live in the GoFundMe generation, where once people start feeling bad for you, people will start funding you, essentially. Once people hear a good enough sob story, people will go and they will just add $5, $2, $1. You get enough people to feel bad about you, you'll be rich in a matter of no time. So I think the fact is that she may just be capitalizing on the fact that people love sympathy, and the fact that if she can make Dr. Dre look bad in any way, then she capitalizes in the end, because all that sympathy goes directly to her, which goes directly to a GoFundMe, or she gets some smiles on the street, she gets some better service because people feel bad about her. It all benefits her in some way, shape, or form. And it just makes Dre seem like he's an asshole who's not helping his daughter. Now, of course, we don't know everything that goes on in the Dre household. Like Brandon was saying, she may not have, she apparently has not seen Dre in 17 years. We don't know why. We don't know what happened. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So for us to try to be like, oh, Dr. Dre is out here just letting his daughter just be homeless in the street. It's like, listen, you guys are not in that household. You guys have no leg to stand on when it comes to trying to act like you know how that relationship operates. So you can go all you want in the standpoint of, oh, that was me, I wouldn't let that happen. But maybe if you and your daughter had gone through what Dre and his daughter went through, maybe you would be like that. You honestly never know. You know, I feel like everybody likes to add to their halo complex where they just feel like I just do good all the time. I don't do bad things. When I see bad things, I'm mad at them. It's like, no, because if the shit were to flip and the shit were to be circumstantial for you, you would do the exact same shit. So get off your high horse.
I do want to shoot her some bail a little bit, and because Brandon said that she hasn't had contact with him in 17 years, even though he's been financially supporting her in that time. She may not have picked up on some of his ethics in the way that he moves. If she's 38 right now, so 17 years old, she was early 20s. That's a huge time in adulthood and learning how to become an adult. And if somebody like Dr. Dre wasn't around her at the time, that could have a major impact. Like, you don't know what that could have done to her. But my research says that he's been helping her financially through that time. So it's like, is it the money, or do you want a relationship with your father? Like, what is it really like?
That's also a comment that she said, something about she thought once his ex-wife was out the picture, he'd treat her like a daughter. But I have no idea what this seems to be some type of issue that stems and that that is not public, and we only getting half of it. We're talking on she's living in a car, and we don't know why they're not talking. So, who knows? Who knows how long she was living in the car? I don't know. It's a lot of shit that's missing from the story. So
you gotta make some pretty poor decisions as an adult to end up living in a car. I'll tell you straight up. Like, no. Listen, it's very possible for you to get some bad luck, bro. But you gotta make when you're receiving financial support from somebody for a majority of your life, you have to be going through make some pretty bad decisions to end up living out of a car.
Financial support, we don't know how much.
What do you mean?
It could have just been enough to make sure that she had rent. But
beautiful.
That's it.
It says he paid her rent. I'll tell you exactly. I pulled it straight out the article. He paid her rent and gave her money for her children, and he stopped doing that in January 2020.
All right. So if you are a 39-year-old person, right? Is it 38? Is it far-fetched to believe that you should be creating means to support yourself and your 4 children?
Is it far-fetched? No.
So if you are not doing that, is that not look bad on you? Doesn't look bad on your parents. Doesn't look bad on anybody but yourself.
I don't know. That's not how I was raised. I don't know how she was raised. I'm assuming before they became estranged, I'm assuming they had a decent enough relationship where she never had to work.
Just because she wasn't allowed, just because she didn't believe in working doesn't mean she didn't believe. She wasn't allowed to dream. She still should have been focused on a career that she wanted to pursue. Now, I don't know what happens in your life that you end up with 4 children. I don't know how that happens. I'm not sure what the timetable on that is. But you were given plenty of opportunity to plan out a career and a life for you. And you were given financial support on top of that, something that many people are not given.
That's true. But I'm saying is I'm talking from the perspective of someone who doesn't have money, like as far as wealth like that. Like wealth, a lot of people who come from wealth that they're just set up for life. They don't have to, right? They don't have to work or worry about what I'm going to do for myself. I get what you're saying when she got cut off, but if he's financially supporting her still, then the mindset stays the same. Like, I'm not talking to my dad, but he's still paying for, making sure I got a house and my kids are fed. So, I'm comfortable. I'll just, I'll chill. I don't got to work. Then it gets cut off and it's like, oh shit, now you're 38 and never really had to fend for yourself. Okay. Like, we're talking about someone who might not have ever been prepared for this because she's always been taken care of. So that's what I'm saying.
I was about to say the same thing because she had the luxury of, I'll get my life together, someday, or I'll do it eventually. And then now it's like an abrupt cut, like, oh shit, that's hard shit to go through. Like,
that's very true.
That is. And then I do like Dre had a brain aneurysm like this year. Like, this nigga is going through a lot. So like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but that shit is difficult.
Like, at the end of the day, we don't know.
What would y'all do? Let's put ourselves in Dr. Dre's shoes. What would y'all do if y'all up $800 million and your daughter was home?
If I'm up $800 million, right, I'm going through a divorce. I still admit I'm gonna have to end up paying close to a quarter million every month. I've been funding you for 36 years, and you came out and you started talking trash about me in the media. Me
I had the
personally,
brain aneurysm.
yeah, I had a brain aneurysm. You tried to reach out to me through my lawyers, but you know what I'm saying, I was really fucking with you because of the shit from the past. Me personally, I wouldn't let my daughter be homeless. Me personally, that's just not how it is. And the fact that she also has kids, like I wouldn't want those kids growing having to go through that struggle. If the fact is the fact, because I do make generational wealth, I do make all this money, not for me, not just for me, but for the people I care about. And even though I'm not rocking with you, you are still my daughter. I still care about you. You're still my grandkids, regardless if I met them or not. It's still a part of me. So I probably would fork out the money, but she would get a whole lot of hell. I talk a whole bunch of shit while doing it though.
Yo, this is the first time you ever showed your heart on this podcast.
You think I'm an asshole all the time, bro. I see that, Amir. I see you think I'm a dickhead all the time, and that's not even how it is.
Look at you getting all vulnerable. Hey, if I was in Dr. Dre's shoes, I definitely would assist, but I would ask, where the fuck is the dad of these kids? Like, what the fuck?
Very true.
That's what I would ask, and then eventually I would support.
I think you
Or
guys.
go ask your stepmom, like, nigga, get the fuck out of here.
She get bread, my boy.
Oh yeah, he had to give her some, yeah, whatever. I mean, I think it depends on the situation, but I definitely feel like the way I am, I probably would be on I guess sidelines in the background. Like if you need it, I'm always here regardless. But I think even if I had money, I would want to instill like you got to figure it out, and I'm always here to help. That's how I think most parents usually are, even if they have issues. Like when their kid comes back and says, "Yeah, I'm sorry," or "I need you," they're there for them. So I think that's exactly how most parents and myself would probably handle the situation. But like I said, I don't know what they're going through. So.
I will say this: of course, I don't know every parent in the world, but I do know that it takes a lot of times. It takes a lot for your parent to truly stop rocking with you. Like, it takes like a big falling out. It takes like a big act of disrespect for a parent to, especially a father, to stop taking care of his daughter. So like we also, like I said, we never know what the story is, but it had to be some pretty crazy shit for it to get to this point. I hope they figure it out because apparently she's paying. That rental car is $2,300 for 3 weeks, and she only paid for a week. So I don't know how she's gonna figure that out. But let's transition into another moment of silence. Listen, I almost don't even want to talk about this part because this is just sad. So we're just gonna start off this part of the segment with a rest in peace and a moment of silence for my man PJ Washington.
Yo, I didn't know what you was doing.
Just everybody, just give my man a moment of silence, please. Hey man, now if you don't know, our young brother PJ has fallen for the Brittany Renner Thot trap. If you guys don't know, famous Insta Thot, Brittany Renner. She recently had a baby with PJ Washington, who is a power forward for the Charlotte Hornets. They recently welcomed a new baby boy, and at the almost like clockwork, Brittany Renner broke up with PJ for reasons that they have not disclosed. Now, PJ has come out on Twitter and said, had made very cryptic tweets talking about you were faking it the whole time. Don't trust people for what they say. And the court of public opinion has definitely sided with him because they are definitely saying that Brittany Renner groomed this young man. Because if you don't know, Brittany Renner is 28 years old right now, and PJ Washington just turned 20. They started going out last year, which means that she was 27 years old, preying on a 19-year-old NBA rookie. Like I said, the court of public opinion is not looking good. They're saying that she's terrible for grooming this young man. Everybody is definitely on PJ's side, saying that Brady's all types of bitches, hoes, and dots. And quite frankly, I agree with them. That is some bitch-ass hoe dot shit to do. But listen, I'm going to let our choir boy Amir get his shit off here first, because I just want to see how he feels about it.
Yo. How you pronounce her last? Brittany Renner?
Brittany Renner.
Renner, she in a different league. She's playing a different game. Like, yo, she like the Michael Jordan of Thots. Like, she's publicly said when I get the yo, come on, that's nasty. She publicly said, yo, what the fuck is this man doing? She publicly said, yo, if you want to trap somebody, NBA players is the dumbest niggas ever. Like, she showed her hand. Like Mike Jordan, he'll tell you what he about to do, and you can't stop it. You gotta know who the fuck you dating. She's in a different league. These hoes out here trapping niggas. We stand with PJ. I'm rolling
I
for
don't
PJ.
stand with PJ. Fuck out of here.
I stand with PJ.
PJ knew what the fuck was up.
What's the shit, Joe? What they saying on the internet? Stand for PJ.
We are PJ, bro. Come on, man.
We
PJ's
are
all of us.
Yeah.
PJ,
What's
PJ,
up, Brandon?
PJ's in all of us.
Listen, PJ made a mistake, I guess. I don't know. Just like Amir said, she pretty much told the world what to do, what she was gonna do, how stupid they was. Honestly, not gonna lie, he probably had many niggas in his ear, like, yo, like, don't do it. And we all had that person in life where it's like everybody's like, nah, bro, like, you stay
She's
away,
not the
you know.
one.
And you were like, nah, bro, like, I could probably change, or nah, bro, it's different, or nah, like, it's. He probably was doing one of those. She's smart as fuck, I'll tell you. She's smart as shit. She realized what's going on. What you do, she's almost in that 30. She's 27, right? She's about to hit 30 soon. She's gonna be. She's living a lifestyle that has an expiration date. And she realizes she's coming up on an expiration date. Once you hit a certain age, and these younger players are coming in, they're not looking at you no more. Older ones already done had you. But you need some type of insurance, reassurance, and a baby is just that. If you can get child support for the next 18 years, you paid, you never got to work, a la Dr. Dre's daughter. You know, you getting paid and it just stops. What the fuck? What do you do? Like, after you just that money just stops coming in. Brittany Renner is like, all right, I'm gonna get a nigga. I'm gonna get this nigga caught up. I'm gonna have money for the rest of or at least the next 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
What's the problem? What's wrong with that? She had a play. She had a plan. She executed it.
I was about to say.
And what's up? What's wrong with that? Tell me what's the problem.
Now, if you want to say what's wrong with that morally, I can't really say that anything is wrong with that. I feel like like you said, bro, she made a play, she executed her play to perfection, and she won. The only sad part is the fact that our brother PJ fell for the trap.
It's not sad.
And like you were saying, that's very sad, bro. Because PJ was a 19-year-old, bro, just about to make all his dreams come true, bro. About to come to the league, about to go ahead and buy his mom's a house, and then this nigga thought that he found love.
That's
PJ thought, relax, bro. Listen, this nigga PJ thought that he had found love from the fucking Instagram thought that he was thirsting over. You're right. That's not sad.
No, I think the sad part is the how he carrying himself right now. Like, I just want
In fact, this nigga's out here moping and crying and making it seem like he's a victim. It's like you are a victim, PJ, and I do want to feel bad for you, bro. But you got it, bro, because you trying to cuff the Thot, and that's risky business. Everybody knows that. A notorious Thot, bro. A Thot that was 8 years older than you, bro. Like, what the fuck y'all got in common, bro? Please tell me what y'all got in common, PJ. Y'all don't like the same movies? Y'all, like, come on, PJ.
My thing is this, that he had to have seen that video she put up of all the people she's fucked, all the dicks that she sucked. Like, she put it all out there, right? Before she was with him. There's no way you didn't see that video before you started fucking with this girl. And if you did not see it, when your name was attached, I'm sure your homeboys, whoever was close, because someone saw it, showed it to you. And you still was like, nah, I could change. Matter of fact, you still wanted to. You knew that half the people in the league that you fuck with knew inside and out what your girl felt like, tastes like, all that. And you still decided to fall for the trap. I don't care anything about what happened to PJ and the situation because he walked himself into that shit. Everyone knew it was gonna happen. You had YouTubers that called this shit out months ago. Like, it's like, it's not sad. He's dumb. That's it.
But, all right, listen. Let's give young brother.
Wait, before we go there, are we still PJ?
I was not.
Are we still PJ?
Team Brittany did what she did.
Let me get my shit off real quick, and I'll make a decision at the end. Let's give brother PJ the benefit of the doubt. All right, PJ may have just been in the game for the pussy. Like, if we're honestly thinking about it, them niggas don't have shit in common. They don't like none of the same shit.
Her.
They didn't get married. You wildin'. They
were engaged.
No,
she filed for divorce.
No, she did not.
All right, listen.
Yeah, look it up real quick. She didn't file for no damn divorce. They weren't married.
Why the fuck is doing this shit now?
See Michael Jordan in the Thots, man. The irony in
that. No, she not Michael Jordan.
She said, all right, listen.
They
You
really
going
got
left?
married?
Yes, they were getting married.
Oh, PJ.
That,
We are not PJ no
PJ
more.
Washington's ex-wife Brittany Renner. So yeah, like they
Jay.
were married.
We are not PJ.
Hell no, we not PJ. PJ, what the fuck, my nigga? I thought, oh my god, I thought you was just in it for the pussy, bro. I thought you were like, this shit
That's
fire.
LaMelo.
I'm gonna just keep
LaMelo
going
doing
and
it the
go.
right way.
But then this nigga said, nah, I gotta put a ring on it. You wiped the Dottie, bro? You ain't see my man AG said you wiped the Dottie, bro. Oh my god! And then he has the nerve. Then he has the nerve to be on Twitter talking about something. I just want to see my son. Oh my god! PJ need a father figure. PJ Washington Sr. is probably so fucking disgusted right now. Cause I'm disgusted for him, and I'm just some regular.
Y'all
nigga
talking
on
about
the
Team
internet.
PJ? I'm like, nah.
I'm because listen, bro. Because listen, the story that I understood in my head, bro. I could wrap my head around. This bitch is wicked. She did my son PJ dirty. But nah, I didn't know that he wifed the Dottie, bro.
We are not PJ.
I ain't gonna lie, we cutting that whole moment of silence from the beginning. This nigga PJ's a fucking simp. He's a fucking scrub, an onion, a lemon.
My thing is this:
all of that shit.
He owes her $3.4 million over the next 12.
This got a contract
over the next 18 years, right? So I believe that's the number. He only makes $12 million a year, so he's gonna have to play good enough to make sure that he always.
He on a rookie contract,
He's
bro.
on a rookie contract. He's gonna get
on a
paid.
rookie contract, bro. You better hope niggas extend him, bro. You better hope you don't have a bad season this year and they don't extend him.
Because he's making $3 million this year.
Oh,
so he owes it $200K a month.
So Kwame Brown wouldn't have went out like that.
PJ.
So
moment of silence.
Moment of silence.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm so conflicted, bro. I would feel bad for him, bro, and just want him to just. Oh man, PJ.
Yeah, man.
Listen, bro. Let's just change subjects.
We gotta go down the list. Fuck that.
That's what we're about to do right now. Listen, let us know in the comments how y'all feel about brother PJ. Let us know if you stand with PJ or not. If you stand with PJ, I'm gonna have to send you to my subreddit's office because you were wilding. All right, but listen, let's stay on Brittany Renner for 1 second. Now, one thing that I feel like she is right now, my man Amir hit it right on the head. She is the Michael Jordan of Thots right now. She is out here doing it better than anybody else. But she has got a Kobe. She's got an heir apparent. She's got somebody who is borderline on her level for doing a lot less at that. And that is Lori Harvey. Fellas, my question to you two fellas is, who is the GOAT Thot out of Lori Harvey and Brittany Renner?
Lori Harvey's a Thot? And
to help you guys make a decision, I got their dating history. Yes, she's a Thot. How is she not?
Hold your thought until.
Yeah, let's hear this. How is she not a Thot, bro? Let's hear it.
Thot versus right now. This is a Thot versus.
The Thot versus. The very first, please don't cancel us, Thot versus. All right, fellas. Lori Harvey's current boyfriend is Michael B. Jordan. Brittany Renner is currently sitting on PJ Washington as her current. Who do you guys have given the edge in that situation?
That's gotta give it to Lori.
About who? All right. So let me just let you guys know what the requirements for the competition is. The requirements for competition is who is peak thotting. Now, when I say peak thotting, I mean who is fucking with the higher quality of men. Okay.
Yo. Yeah, Lori got this round.
Are all the rules understood?
I understand.
Wait. Before we all right, you know what?
Go ahead, Brandon, because you look confused the whole time, Brandon.
I don't want to participate in the game if I don't feel like one of them is a Thot, but that's what I'm saying.
Okay, let's do this conversation. How is she not a Thot, Brandon? Let's hear it.
She has a dating history of a lot of men. That doesn't make you a Thot, right? Or if you look at the stories, most of the men that she wanted to be with wanted a baby out of her and wouldn't leave it alone. So she left every one of them. And the reason why she's still with Michael B. Jordan is because he hasn't been pushing that. And obviously she's happy with him. But there's a history behind all of it. So you're someone who dates a lot is a Thot now?
Somebody who dates a lot in a short amount of time is perceived as a Thot.
That's not a Thot. That's not a Thot.
Listen, bro, by definition, that is what a Thot is.
It's really not.
She's sucking on a lot of dicks, frying a lot of cocks in a short amount of time, brother. What about that is not thotting?
Bro, I
What
don't
is
think
that?
I don't think she a
What
thought,
is
bro.
that?
I'm not gonna lie.
What is she? What is she then?
I don't think she
I
that.
think I think she's freely dating, and I think
All
she's
right.
dating with the intention of not wanting to succumb to the wants of a man that she's not ready for. She don't want a kid, and everybody she fuck with want a kid. So if you want a kid, all right, I'm out. Like I don't want a kid. That's what she's saying.
So I'm just gonna go. Fuck it. Give me
I'm
3
gonna go,
weeks. I'm back. I'm back on the next day.
nigga, bro.
And
What you? It don't got shit to do with your dick. So like I don't I don't say how she's a thought. I don't get it.
what is the thought to you then? That's what I want to know.
Brittany Renner.
What's the
She's
difference?
telling you what I don't know shit about what Lori Harvey does other than the fact that she has dating history. Brittany will tell you herself the amount of dick she sucked in a week, the amount of body she's had in a week, not even just her lifetime, right? She'll tell you what she's gonna do and how she's gonna do it, how she's gonna trap niggas, how people are dumb. She tells you everybody she's been with and what she did to them. Thot. She's a thought. She admits it though.
So being a closeted thought is okay.
A closeted thought.
Yeah.
Closeted thought. How many people
being a thought
dated in your life?
people have I dated in my life?
Yeah.
Probably like what 15, I guess we say.
15? It's a high number for an average
Damn.
person.
Is it for 24 years of life?
15 is a high number.
Okay.
Because when you start dating, you didn't start 24 years, you didn't start dating until you was like maybe 15, I'm gonna say. So
That shit don't count, nigga.
15, 16.
We're just talking about like we're talking about my adult
Yeah,
life.
adult life.
And your
nigga.
dating life, and your dating life, how many people have you?
Oh, 2 in my dating life.
You've only dated 2 people.
Yeah.
So how you go from 15 to 2?
Because that nigga was talking about little high school relationships.
Yeah, we're talking about like life in the grand scheme.
And your dating life, like when you first started dating to now, like
Dating and fucking, or like dating and just like what do you mean by dating?
did you fuck everybody you dated?
No.
But you dated a lot. If a girl dates 15 people and she's 24, like does she get looked at weird?
To me, it would have to be your
So
top
it's
eight
cool.
most
It's cool for
relationship.
you to date 15 people, but not a female.
Did I say it was cool for me?
You just said for me it'd have to be. But when I asked you how many people, you said 15, like it's normal. And now when I ask for a girl, it's a different answer. It's not the same answer.
His nigga asked me how many people have I been with, and then trying to flip it and say.
Yeah, I'm trying to ask. Is it the same thing?
If you're 24 years old, you've dated 15 guys. What's criminal about that?
That's what I'm.
But
Okay,
if you're 24 years old and you dated 15 guys in the last 6 months, I'm gonna look at you like, God damn, you
why is that
around?
Because dating didn't mean fucked.
Huh?
Dating doesn't mean fucked.
Then you gotta do some more research.
What is dating?
I'm gonna say, what is dating these days? Is dating capped off by fucking to you? Because
that clearly is capped up by fucking to you. It's not to me.
A lot of times you date somebody, you're gonna fuck them. Yeah.
Not necessarily. No.
A lot of times, yes. I know. I didn't say 100% of the time.
Because you just told me you didn't fuck everybody you date. So how the fuck does it mean a lot of times?
All right, let me ask you, Amir. What does a lot of the time mean?
Most of the time.
Okay, most of the time. That means what? 8 times out of 10, 7 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10.
Go on a date.
Dating is not you. Dating to you, boyfriend and girlfriend, Joe.
Huh?
Nah.
Is dating to you, boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yeah.
That's not what I'm asking. That's not what I'm saying. So
you ask me how many girls am I going out with?
No. Dating to me does not mean boyfriend and girlfriend necessarily. Dating to me means, hey, like I'm interested in you. Let's go out. You're talking for a while. You're getting to know each other, and then you see if you want to move on to that next step to boyfriend. So like, yeah, you can fuck in that point, but
so
that doesn't mean it.
So like, how many talking phases have I had?
I'm not even on you anymore. I'm talking about Lori Harvey. So when we talk about dating or who she's dated, I don't think that she's fucked everybody she's dated. And I just think she's attached to a lot of names, to a lot of big names, and it's over exaggerated because of the name she's been attached to in the amount of time in the span.
If she's seen with a bunch of media heads in a span of 6 months, 8 months, and in all the pictures and all the videos and the shit, we're seeing them all cuddled up, laying in bed, kissing, all
she's
these
famous.
And I understand that, bro. I understand that. So from the court of public opinion, she don't look like a thought.
Bro,
right or wrong? If she's
a thought, I don't think it makes her look like a thought. I think that people in her life, if she's a thought, then that means majority of the females in your lives are fucking thoughts, and the majority of the niggas in your lives are fucking thoughts.
Everybody's
a thought to a certain capacity.
And there it is. then there it is.
Oh my gosh, this nigga
I
just
don't
playing
see-
ruined
I
the
don't-
whole segment because now he had to make it. Oh, she's not a
No,
thought. We're
because
all thoughts.
no.
Oh
You
my
said
god.
that. You said that.
Oh
You said
my
that. But we're
god.
comparing these two.
Peacemaking ass
Here we go.
nigga.
I'm not making peace. I'm saying I don't think
I
Lori
don't think
Harvey
she's
is a
I
thought.
don't think she's a thought. I think she's just a well-versed dating girl.
No, I didn't say that. I said you said she. I said she dated a lot of people. That doesn't make somebody a thought. But okay.
Lori Harvey got the round. She ain't trapping, nigga. That's real classic woman shit. She's dating. She's an adult woman. She's entitled to date, and she's in a relationship right now. So, as far as PJ, Brittany, Lori, Michael B. Jordan, Lori got that round. Now, as far as some thought, like what we perceive as thought, oh, she's a tree, she a hoe.
She's
Brittany,
not a thought. It's over.
we gotta put a jersey up in the rafters. Like that's Hall of Fame, right there.
She's not a
And
thought,
I
bro.
think in the grand scheme of thoughts and women and hoes, that's actually not Hall of Fame.
That's the what?
It's not Hall of Fame. It's a lot more hoes out here, man.
Yeah, bro. There are a lot worse hoes than her. Trust me, there's a lot of bitches out here that are sucking a lot more dicks than Lori Harvey. I'm not trying to say that she was top thought. I was just trying to say that she was a Hall of Fame GOAT thought. But according to Brandon, she's just an upstanding good woman.
So let's just
And that's where we're gonna
I
end
never
our
said
episode off at. So
nah.
Nah,
Let's
bro.
run
Nah.
down the list. Before we head out,
It
let's
don't
run
matter.
down the list.
Nah, we done.
Nah, I ain't put this list together for no reason.
Hey, bro, we did, bro, because in pre-production, everybody was on board. Oh yeah, it's a dot versus. We good, and we come into an episode. I don't think she's a dot, bro. Oh my god! Like I said, bro, we're gonna end this shit right there.
Lil
First of
Uzi
all, that's
straight.
not what happened. Today we did that. Today we did that.
In the call we had talking about the shit, it was called a thought versus, and everybody was like, oh,
Exactly.
yeah,
So
yeah.
here's what I thought you was gonna do when you said thought versus. I thought we was bringing up multiple names. You going down dating history, and in my mind, I was never. I told you in that call I didn't think Lori Harvey was a thought. I thought we was gonna do thought versus, and I already said I don't think she was a thought. Maybe you don't remember. So there was no disagreement there. I was always going to say it wasn't a thought. I didn't know it was going down their dating history and seeing who is a bigger thought. I don't think that Lori Harvey is a thought. I never did. But
Wrap it
Hey
up.
man, listen. Hope everybody had a great day. Hope everybody had a great episode. The energy was nice and high. Hope everybody's feeling good about today. Make sure you guys leave a like. Make sure you guys leave a comment on the episode. Let us know how you feel. Make sure you guys join the discussion on Instagram at Please Don't Cancel Us the Pod. Amir, take us. Let us know what your closing words are. Let's get the fuck up out of here, my boy.
As always, drink more water. I'm out. Simple. Peace.
All right.
Love y'all.
yeah.